I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria.
I grew up in East London in Forest Gate.
Lagos, Nigeria.
Enfield, Tottenham, and a bit in Mill Hill.
I grew up in Lagos, but then I went to boarding school in Abuja when I was 10. Then I moved to boarding school in Bristol when I was 14.
North London, so a place called Enfield. It's like Zone 5. Londoners will know, like, okay, now I know roughly where you are.
The black community at Imperial is very friendly, bubbly, and full of life.
Very lively. We're small compared to other universities, but we do pack a punch, I would say.
I think with like being black, sometimes you get kind of put into the stereotype or put into just like one thing you can be. But with Imperial, there are lots of different black people doing many different things with many different interests, and it's nice to have a community here.
I have faced some challenges being black at Imperial. I think the main thing is to do with fitting in. I think it's very easy for other people to sort of come and find people they click with, they look like, and you can really identify with.
Something I experienced a lot was actually being confused with the only other black girl in my year for a long time, or people making comments about my hair, because I know they're not from the same background, so they may not understand, so I can't be aggressive. But I also want to be able to educate them in the right way so that they understand what they're doing.
Yeah, a lot of people think that just because you're a part of a cultural society that represents you, that's all you do. I'd like to think I'm a lot more well-rounded than that. It's the general stuff, the sort of touching your hair, asking stupid questions around your food and what you bring in.
Very subtle things. Walking into a room, just doing a quick scan, being the only black person in the room sometimes, and being in an environment that doesn't necessarily always represent your culture, either in a good way or at all, really. It can feel kind of isolating at times, but then obviously being a part of the ACS has helped with that.
Within the African Caribbean Society, I was largely involved in their production called Afro Gala. So I was a director of the female modelling and very involved in other acts such as like dancing and drama.
I'm a member of the ACS and I'm vice president, so I've been trying to kind of take matters into my own hands about diversity as well. So for example, we're running a mentorship program for low-income black students who are interested in STEM. So that's kind of one way I'm trying to shape diversity and change that in Imperial.
One other thing I've been involved in is my course events. We went to a ski trip this year in France for 8 days. So that was a really good experience. Got to bond with people in my course, people that you wouldn't normally outside talk to that often, but there was people that I saw different sides to, and it was really enjoyable just to get involved.
What makes me feel a part of Imperial right now, it's my department, it's the wonderful lecturers that I have, it's the academic rigor, as I keep coming back to, understanding that I'm at, a fantastic place, doing difficult stuff, thriving, having great friends as part of the ACS or any other society.
From some of the relationships I've formed, I've managed to gain internships, jobs, and even a Europe research project. But in addition to that, my relationships with the friends I have at Imperial, especially the African Caribbean Society. So they're a group of people who are actually really intelligent, as well as like being funny and being down to earth. We can also relate on a lot of things together as well.
The people, like my friends, I don't feel like it's kind of a home away from home. Although I get homesick sometimes, but I never feel that bad because I have my friends around. There's also the food in London. Like there's a lot of places you can get Nigerian food here, and although it's kind of far from me, I would go all the way. To buy some Nigerian food. Yeah. So
Imperial it's a very academic place, but other places I've been at aren't as friendly as Imperial. I feel like there's a very good community here, and I felt that especially at my interview day when I first came. I felt like it was very friendly. And just being, for me, a part of the ACS, being the president, being on the sports teams, going on my course trips, all these things that I wouldn't get if I weren't a part of Imperial do make me feel like I'm part of the Imperial community. And I would say Imperial has very different sides of it, very different communities, but everyone still can say they're a part of Imperial.
Who inspires me? That's an easy one. It's my dad. 100%, it's 100% my dad. He has put everything forward to ensure that I've got the best in life, that I've attained the level of academic attainment that I have right now, that I've had the opportunities that I have so far. He's a gym manager, so he hasn't been able to get me an internship at a certain company, but what he has been able to do is inspire me to do that myself.
My mum inspires me and my sisters inspire me. I feel like they're a good representation of like a strong black woman, because they are strong, and then we're not in the same field, so I feel like I can look up to their drive in life as opposed to their success in their field.
My dad inspires me because he's an exceptional engineer, and he's always, at every stage of my life, prompted me to do the best I can.
Beyonce. I love Beyonce. I'm a huge fan. I love her so much. She's inspiring. I love her. I could go on, but I'm just going to stop here, but Beyonce.
Recently, I'm inspired by Jaden Smith. He's really young and he does a lot of stuff for the society. I really like his creative vision. I wear a lot of his clothes. I wear a lot of his clothes. I don't care. When he drops it, I just buy it.
I'm gonna say my mum. She hasn't had it easy growing up and easy in life, but just seeing her persevere, never quit, is kind of instilled into me the sort of attitude that you can always reach for more, and there's never really an excuse to stop. You can always push on and keep going.